just got done watching Dungeons and Dragons, and well, I only saw half of the movie because it just was not that interesting. I don't know. I don't think that it would take me knowing the game or ever playing the game to like it, because problems with the movie is the movie itself, just the script and the directing and the acting, and it's just it's a movie that has no energy. It seems like it takes the plot with a grain of salt. It's just kind of it just moves on to the next scene and the next scene and the next scene, and it doesn't seem like there's that strong of a cohesive bind. I mean, I get the overall story of what's going on, but it seems like it's more of a B plot than the A plot. So it just feels weird, and there's nothing dramatically that is causing the characters to really do what they're doing. I mean, there's reasons that they do what they do, but they never seem to always care about what they're doing. They just really take each scene with a rather lazy approach sometimes. It's really hard to explain, especially since I only saw half of it, and it's not going to be a movie that I'm going to be able to rate, obviously, since I didn't watch the entire thing. But I definitely knew that no matter what was going to happen in the last hour of the movie, nothing in the first half would have made up for it. I just would never. I just didn't care to see the rest of it. And now I do know that a lot of people find it funny and fun, and it tries to be funny. I think my audience was laughing here and there, but I think if it's your type of comedy where characters are just seemingly trying to be funny or doing things that doesn't seem to truly align with what they should be doing, I don't know. It's just the comedy that just did not work for me, because it didn't feel like I was watching a comedy. It felt like I was watching a movie that should be more serious, and was just really just trying to play things for laughs, which sometimes I think it almost makes an audience sometimes like a movie more while they're watching it, and then they might look back on it and realize maybe it wasn't as good as what they were thinking at the original time. I don't know, but it was not good enough for me to sit there and watch all of it. And I don't tend to watch half of a movie too often. Usually I will try to just avoid a movie altogether if I think I'm not going to be having a good time, or if I feel like it's just not going to be a movie for me. And I thought I'd give this one a chance because I thought that it could be a movie for me. I like the setting. I like the type of action that you would get in a movie like this. But it's bad when there's so many interesting or possibly interesting things on the screen that never hold your attention. It just kind of meanders through, and that's what I was thinking about when I was watching it. I was just meanderingly watching it, if that makes any sense. Stuff would happen. There would be entire scenes that would go by that I would almost realize I didn't have any idea what was going on sometimes. Like, 10 seconds here and there, I was just spacing out a little bit. And even then, it felt like I was missing a lot of stuff in the movie, just because it never wanted to deep dive into a storyline as convoluted as this movie is. It just little things kept on. New characters would pop up and leave, and pop up and leave, and you don't know if there's characters being introduced at certain points that are major characters or not. You don't know if things are being set up to play off in the end, or if they're just set up to not be played. I don't know. It's just a very, very weak script, and I think if you're someone who finds a lighthearted journey movie with comedic elements that you might, if you like the type of comedy in the Marvel movies, I think this would definitely lean more towards your interest. And I think a lot of people's going to like it for a one-time watch, because only if you can find joy in the type of and the style that the movie's going for. But I don't know, it takes a little bit more to make me laugh, and so I was just not having a great time watching the movie. I was really dissecting everything about it, as far as the filmmaking, the writing, like I was saying earlier, the writing, directing. I didn't like some of the acting, just characters did things that was rude, and lots of scenes. Scenes would end on some weird sour notes, and then and then other scenes would start off on some weird notes, and it was just like it was trying to get the audience from one point to the next without smart writing. It was really trying to do it by just having some goofs here and there and some rather plain, boring plot in the middle of each scene. But I don't know. Hopefully that best describes whether you should see this or not. And I think if you like some of the more light-hearted Marvel movies, then you might like this one. But if it's not your cup of tea, then you can tell from the trailer if it's not going to be your cup of tea or not. But hopefully the next movie is going to be better. I know the next movie coming out is the Super Mario Brothers, and that one, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not. I would not say I'm that excited about it, but I do want to see it and hope to have a good time.